So what was your journey? What was the first step where you realized that you were more likely to be an entrepreneur than an employee?
So I started out as a truck driver in Brooklyn, New York. I was a Teamster driver for company out of they were over in Newark, New Jersey, but my pedal run, where my territory where I delivered everything, was in Brooklyn, East New York. If you ever been to that neighborhood, it's not the most it's not the friendliest neighborhood, you know. So
Yeah.
but the folks that ran that union, they were had connections in the neighborhood, let's say, and so the 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 people in the neighborhood that were conducting various types of business, they would leave our trucks alone. They wouldn't. They were influenced not to do anything to the drivers of the trucks or the freight or anything like that. So that's how I started off. And one day I was driving down the street and I said, this is not for me. Nothing wrong with being a truck driver, by the way. I was,
Yeah.
honest living and worked hard, but I knew at that point it wasn't for me. So, many people have always, I'm an extrovert. A lot of people always said to me, "Hey, you got the gift of gab, why don't you, go into sales?" So I was like, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. So went into sales, and I quickly learned that the gift of gab is maybe the worst trait that you can have when you go into sales, right? So because you want to listen to people, you don't want to talk all the time, right? And then
Yeah.
from there, I met somebody I was in a sales role for a company, and I had a truck that I had leased onto a company, and he had a truck that was also leased to that same company. And we said, "Hey, we found a little company for sale." We said, "Why don't we take our two trucks, and then this other little company, we'll buy that company and go into business." So we did that, and a very good learning experience in my life.